What's up, y'all? It's Emile and Ennis Jr. back here with Clevver News, and Jacob Elordi is speaking out about his fame, his role in the Kissing Booth series, and how taxing it is. The first Kissing Booth movie came out in 2018. Jacob stars in the film series as Noah Flynn, the love interest of Joey King's character Elle Evans. Fans loved their chemistry in the movie and weren't surprised to learn the two co-stars began dating after meeting on set. Joey talked about the relationship to Bello magazine in 2018, saying, quote, "Well, I thought he was very cute when we first met. But it started as a friendship. But before long, I started to realize, hey, I think I kind of like this person." It was such an interesting experience meeting your boyfriend on set because you spend so much time together and become so close so fast. We were spending 17 hours a day together, and all of us would hang out after work and watch movies together and stuff. It was great. Sadly, their love didn't last as the two split up in late 2018, just a few short months after The Kissing Booth came out. But there was one little issue. A sequel was announced with the original cast. Spoiler alert for those who haven't watched the first movie, but Noah and Elle were together by the end of Kissing Booth 1, with Noah heading off to college and the two trying to do the whole long distance thing. But fans wonder if the second film would be impacted by the real-life breakup of Jacob and Joey. Appearing on the podcast Mood with Lauren Elizabeth, Joey spilled the tea on what the deal with Jacob was on the set of The Kissing Booth 2, saying, quote, "I know what everyone wants to know, of course. And yeah, it was crazy. It was a wild experience, but honestly, it was a really beautiful time because I learned a lot about myself and I grew as an actor. I grew as a person." Joey added that working with Jacob wasn't awkward, revealing, quote, "It's a real thing, and you know, it was fine. It was good." While Joey seems fine with the situation, some fans feel like Jacob is kind of checked out, especially after seeing how subdued he appeared to be in the first promo for the sequel. So how does Jacob really feel about once again playing a teenage boy? Talking to GQ Australia, Jacob said, "Nothing against that, but I've sort of done it, and it would be really hard for me to find joy in that. I'm also getting older now, and I'm starting to look older, so to keep going back to high school is kind of taxing." Wow, well, it sounds like Jacob won't be in the Kissing Booth 3 if there happens to be a third one. His lack of excitement for the sequel kind of makes sense now. To be fair, we get his point. You can only play one role for so long before it becomes a bit boring. I mean, he is also playing a high schooler in the HBO hit Euphoria. Many joked about how Jacob was feeling returning to the Kissing Booth franchise. One fan tweeted, quote, "Jacob Elordi when he has to return to the third Kissing Booth movie." Others noted how he must be feeling going from the critically acclaimed set of Euphoria to the Kissing Booth 2. One person wrote, quote, "Jacob Elordi leaving the set of Euphoria to go back to the Kissing Booth."
It just hit me.
Speaking of Euphoria though, Jacob talked about how the hit HBO show really catapulted his career into the direction that he wanted it to go, saying, quote, "After Euphoria, the coolest shift happened. It put me on the radar that I could maybe act, and it allowed me to sit down with these guys whose work I admire. They knew my work and they had enjoyed it, so I could have these really adult creative conversations with like-minded people." Jacob did realize that the Kissing Booth was what made him famous, however, and he realized that the fame was definitely sudden and hard to deal with. Explaining, quote, "It was super intense for a little while. Overnight you couldn't really go anywhere, but it's been 2 years now and it's died down considerably. So maybe the next one comes out and it will be bad again for a little while, but I think it's all relative." To get more info on the Kissing Booth 2, click right over here for another Clevver News video, and then let us know if you think the second film will be better than the first one, and also, what do you think about what Jacob had to say? Let us know down in the comment section below. I'm your host, Emile Ennis Jr., and I'll see you soon right back here on Clevver News. Bye, guys.